Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Let me drop this music down. Hey, everybody. That starting with a little bit of music was more like SJ's idea. How's everybody doing? This is... All right. Good morning, everybody. EJ asked, what is the show's New Year's resolutions? We don't do this. I set a new resolution every single morning. Tracy checking in. She is stuck in traffic and has a stupid conference call at 10 a.m. But just turn it on in the car. You're fine. Let me give everybody some love. Norm was first in here, it looks like. No, I had to refresh, so I don't really know. But in order, Norm, EJ, Fishinio, BDM, Emily. What up, Emily? SJ, Melissa's in there. Kupo. Hello, Kupo. Shred Bear, whose wife killed Christmas yesterday. Who else is in here? I mentioned Melissa. Who am I missing? Ghost of Manute Bull. I think I got almost everybody. Well, if I missed you, I apologize. OFC Quail Man. Hello, Crystal Apiece. I was just listening to you on Semantics. Did I get him? Duncan is in there. I haven't done this in a minute, so my eyes have not adjusted. Podcast Media. I have not checked the P.O. box yet, but I will, my friend. I don't have a car right now, so I'm kind of walking places, which isn't bad. I need to do that. But my right hip is in pretty bad shape. I'm either going to have to, I have to do oh yeah, you got to go fire the cannons now, Shred Bear. 100%. Yeah, yesterday was a real shit day for the Falcons because we are a shitty football team. We are not good. I think that season would have been different had Penix been in earlier. I mean, he never got, from what I understand, he wasn't working with any of the receiver 1 and 2s. They had limited touches, and he's a lefty, and he throws like fucking darts. So, I don't know. But go Bucks. Yeah, I'll give you guys that. NFC South, though, is trash. Just had my ex arrested for DV on my daughter. Oh, God, Toad. I'm sorry, buddy. Concrete Toad. That is not good. Kupo, question. Is it weird to store candy canes for next year? No one eats these things. No, we used to store boxes of them. We didn't eat them either. My mom would just hang them back up. I think I got most everybody. The Cornhole Show. There you go. No, Tom's in the other room. He's writing down all of his shit, and I'm always first in because I have to turn on all the stuff, which I almost forgot how to do. It was longer attempting to do it. A little harder than I'm used to putting things together. All right, is that gonna work? Is that tighter or loose? Oh no, I'm loosening up. Oh God, there we go. Fix my mic. Oh, 100%. Yeah, Ghost is right. Yeah, Cousins, he shit the bed. But who else am I missing here? I think I got you guys. Shell, okay, awesome. Shelly6969. You said your right hip is bad. That's my worst one too, although both of mine are pretty bad. You said you had a PRP injection before Christmas. What would you say it assisted you in any way? Was it immediate relief of any way? Because the thing with me is just it's just straight pain. If I get up and walk around, it'll loosen up and then I'll be fine. But then if I go and I sit, it really, really starts to hurt. It's real bad. Look at this beard. I'm not cutting my hair. I told you guys I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Well, as everybody trickles in here, we appreciate you guys, and we are glad that you are here. Tom and I decided we're going to start a little early today and knock out some ACT stuff that we have to get done. You guys are in luck. I don't think you guys know the schedule today, so I'll let you know. In about an hour, we should be graced with the presence of Mr. Jeffrey Howell and his son, Casey Howell. So we have them. SJ, I don't know. It's going to be a minute, dude. It's like I got decent I got hairs. So you can see I got a hat line here. You can see where I've been wearing hats here. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go. Why not? I haven't done it in a minute. Okay, it can take 6 to 8 weeks to work as your own plasma and platelets are injected into. Do you have to do multiple injections? Are you like doubling up on, like, are you going back and then like getting follow-up injections? I think I'm going to start there, and then if that doesn't work, then I'm probably going to have to get a hip replacement at some point this year because there's the pain's too bad. I can't really take it anymore. Like like over the weekend, and also it's just limited mobility, which sucks. Like I can't ride my bike like I like. I can't work out like I want to because this leg is just it clicks and it hurts so bad. Yeah, it's real bad. Kind of a bummer for the beginning of the year, but you know, whatever. Not much you can do about it. That's kind of what I was thinking, Clarkson. I was kind of thinking like one more try at just to see, you know, because I think it'll go gray because I've already got some kind of swooping through here, through this part of my hair. I've got some silver streaks. I don't know if you guys can see those. A little streaky. Has anybody in here in the chat room seen the well, obviously you guys saw all the terror stuff. We're probably not going to dip into that. Does the extended sitting for you make it worse? Could you get a standing desk? The extended sitting is probably what caused it. But man, I'm Kupo, I'm going to say I don't think so. I think that this has been an ongoing problem that I've kind of adapted to. And now that I'm older, it's kind of rearing its head. That's what I think is happening here. I think that there's some sort of a joint issue that I've had in both hips for years and years and years, and it just hasn't been a thing. Like I think my hips are formed oddly. So, and happy Toyotathon to you as well. Is this the sign and save event? Toyotathon, sign and save. If it relieves it slightly, then they'll do another injection. If it doesn't work, it probably needs to be replaced. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. But I have a secondary appointment with it's kind of like what do you call it? Like a second opinion with a different type of doctor. I never put my wallet in my back pocket. I'm a front pocket wallet man. I'm a front pocket wallet man. Has anybody in the chat room ever made Maddie Matheson's pancakes? The Canadian obese chefman. Make them. They're fantastic. You can Google their recipe. And we made them. We made them last night. We make them all the time, and they are so good. Yeah, you got to whip the egg whites. That is the key. Absolutely, the key is the fluffy egg whites, and it makes your pancakes like ridiculous. I'll say my kid can separate some damn egg whites. It's them tiny hands. I had her doing egg whites last night. I don't think there was a bit of yolk in there, not even a little bit. She did a great job. And then you add sugar to the yolks. Yeah, you whip those too. Yeah, everything there is like extremely intensive. Everything there has got tons and tons of steps, but it tastes better. 2-hour bolognese sounds great. We'll have to swap recipes. Oh my God, my falcon! You get to see that. My helmet fell off. There we go. I should take those down, probably, right? My camera's screwed up. Oh, you're good, dude. I'm still warming up and chit-chatting. Yeah, you got to get the stiff peaks. Kupo, I would agree with that. Let's go through standard news real quick as a warm-up, because I think that would be good. Oh my God, it's January 6th. What happened today? Did anybody watch the Golden Globes last night? And if you did, what was your opinion of Nikki Glazer's monologue? I thought she did well. I always think she does pretty good. Yeah, Kupo, I just printed that out, and I have all the details right here on my sheet of paper outlining the key allegations in the honey scandal. Yeah, I watched Sunday Night Football, but when I got up this morning, I watched her monologue. It was good. She did a good job. She's funny. Very funny. And, like, maybe the right person to do that because she's pretty. And I think she likes being glamorous, and it appears that maybe she didn't push too many buttons. So, yeah, it looked good. She's been doing it like a really long time. Although there was an article I read yesterday where she was kind of talking about how she wasn't going to go hard on like certain topics like the Blake Lively story or any of that. And then she went on and said what did she? Oh, then she went on and said that Pete Davidson made a joke about her not having an ass at one of the roasts and that it really hurt her feelings. But then she went on to say that that's the trade out, I guess, of doing these is that you have to understand that there are going to be things said that hurt your feelings, I guess. I don't know. It was a weird article. I was like, this isn't even a story. Doesn't make any sense. Excuse me. That was gross. If you guys were making breakfast sausage, what style of breakfast sausage would you make? Are you Lynx or Patties? Put your answer in the chat room. I should have done a poll. Lynx or Patties? Lynx. Interesting. And then immediately followed up with Patties all day. Lynx. I like both. Okay. I like a patty because it looks less like a pecker. I think you go to the Midwest and a lot of people will say that phrase. It's the snap. Yeah, like a real sausage. Yeah, I like them all. But my favorite sausage is Tennessee Pride spicy or hot. They call it hot, not spicy. Hot. And it's really fucking hot. Like it's hot ass sausage. Venison links. That sounds pretty good. But it's like a weird hot. Like they put the pepper in it, like you eat it and it'll oh God, it burn the shit out of you. Yeah, but I like Tennessee Pride. I don't like Jimmy Dean. Not a Jimmy Dean guy. I don't like Publix brand. I like biscuits and gravy. Yeah, I'm a fan. I don't make them very often, though, because not good for you. All right. I got to schedule that. Did we talk about Beyonce's Christmas halftime show? No, we didn't talk about that. I guess I could jot that down. What'd you guys think? I thought Christmas. I thought it was boring. Am I allowed to say that? Because how many times can you have a marching band on a... It's just another marching band. Okay. You know, whatever. Can't you do something crazy? Like what Pink does. Now that's an entertainer. Pink. She flies through the air. But seriously, she does. She flies through the fucking air. Did you watch Beyonce's halftime show?
Halftime show.
Yeah, she did a halftime show for, what was it? It was like on Christmas, the games on Christmas on Netflix.
Oh, no.
So then Beyonce did the halftime show on Netflix. And it was fine. I mean, she's Beyonce, so it's never going to be bad, right? It's not going to be bad.
Yeah.
But it was, it's just her doing the thing, and there's a marching band. And I'm like, oh, okay, marching, yay. You know, the like hip-hop plus marching band. I was like, okay, yeah, all right, okay. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Probably the easiest for her because it's probably a version of what she does on her stage show or something.
Yeah.
Like she just takes a little piece of it and then...
Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't bad. But then, like, some people are like, this is terrible. And I'm like, well, you're an insane person. It's not terrible. It's just not for you.
Well, they never show any halftime show beyond or besides the Super Bowl.
College does. They show the bands for the bowl games. And they are, you know what? Somebody should have told me when I was in band how fucking horrible it sounds. Why didn't I'm looking at you, the chat room. How come nobody told me when I was playing drums in band how bad we all sound together? Marching band music is not good. It's for war. It's the music of war.
Yeah, I think in person it sounds better. On TV, it doesn't translate.
No, it does. They don't have the right mics.
Yeah, they don't think they have any mics, or they just pick it up like they pick up the sound for.
And they always lazy it. And I'll tell you why they. This is the warm up, by the way. Here's why they lazy it. The number one shot of any bowl game, fat girl playing a xylophone. Get out there on the fucking field and film some of the people marching around. You're lazy in it. You're just standing there filming the xylophone person on the sidelines. Walk out there. Get a wireless camera, you piece of shit.
They probably aren't used to it, right? Like, they normally don't film the halftime marching band, so it's like they use the cameramen that are used to filming the game, and they're just like, yeah, film the halftime
but
band.
They don't go out there. They just film the sidelines.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't know what to do.
Some 7-foot-tall black guy holding the camera, and he's filming, and he turns over, and he's like, I think she's non-binary. Xylophone player. It's a joke. Most of them are. 70% of xylophone players are non-binary. That's a fact. I'm just trying to warm up. My mind's not working.
Well, I could bitch about the last 2 weeks if you want.
Okay. I'm good at asking questions about you when you want to bitch things. So we could do I call it the formula.
And to answer EJ's question, my New Year's resolution is to complain more.
Mine was to complain less, honestly, because I think I complain way too much.
No.
Because Maisie and Andrea say I complain a lot.
I'm going to complain about everything.
Oh, I like that. Well, then maybe I'll change mine to be the same thing.
No, you have to be different. Yeah, you have to be the opposite.
All right, well then
look at everything.
I'm giving up fish. Fish. Hold on. I'm just clicking this guy on here. Autosave, sure. Skip all. Great. All right. And would you like to begin? And
yeah.
This is Mondays 1. We're starting?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And 3. Hold on 1 second. This thing's like...
That's all good.
It's loading something. I don't know what it's doing here. Hold on. Huh? 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. And am I correct in saying, is this officially the first stream of the year? Is this it? Is this the...
Yeah.
Hey, happy 2025, everybody. We're back.
So we did do a lot of pre-recorded shows, but we are now back live. And let me tell you, I am...
Let me tell you. Oh, Hello, folks. Let me tell you.
I am glad to be back to work, which sounds weird.
I told the chat room that, and they didn't believe me. I typed that in there.
Oh,
I go,
yeah.
Tom told me, because we didn't speak a lot. Like, we go to our corners and we try to set up.
Yeah.
But you told me, you're like, we'll talk about it on the show, and you said, I have never been more glad to be at work. That's a quote, right? I've never been more glad to be at work.
And I don't know, and I'm sure
They didn't believe me.
no one can relate to this, so I apologize. But
Well, no one can relate to my daughter organizing her room every day.
it's not that I have an easy job or that
You have a strange job.
It is strange
It's
or
a
whatever.
strange job.
And easy comparative to other things. But what I'm glad about is I'm back to my normal routine.
Back to reality. Oop, there goes B Rabbit. There. Oop,
Which I looked forward to, given the past 2 weeks have been pure chaos and travel.
Yeah.
And
I thought you liked traveling.
I like doing it for a trip, but not necessarily for a bunch of things that I have to do.
Memories?
It's not even
traditions.
Okay, yeah, tradition. Okay,
Traditions.
well, I'll explain.
But wait a minute. There are some traditions that you like. I feel like you're having a traditional conflict here.
It's the 2 weeks is with a bunch of different travel, and then I ended with a camping trip, a tent camping trip, which is the worst.
Well,
My God.
some would say that end with a tent camping trip than anything else other than that seems amazing, right? Comparatively.
Also,
Grit, where's Grit playing?
I'm done with memories. They're overrated.
Wow, so you're like me now?
I'm done with
Wait,
memories.
hold on, that's my bit.
I'm done with Grit.
You're not allowed to do
I want
that.
easy, no memories. Because, okay.
Well, that's what I did. I'm Mr. No Memories. You can't take my bit. I'm the one that's
I like that.
I
no
don't-
memories, bad hips.
Yeah, don't care.
So
no memories, bad.
This whole break started with
Psychotic break.
Max got the flu, right? So
Oh God, how's he doing?
no, he's fine.
He's
I mean,
good now.
that was a
It
month
was like a month
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
It was, 2 weeks ago, Max gets the flu. So we were again with these traditions or whatever. Last year, we went down to Miami to see some friends, and we started this Miami Christmas tradition where Andre's dressed like Santa Claus.
Yeah. I saw that.
And then he comes in or whatever, and then
he sweeps the floor.
yeah,
He drops
yeah,
it
yeah.
down. He drops it like it's hot.
Yeah, he's playing Let Me Ride That Donkey, and he's dancing, and the kids are dancing. Anyway, last year we did it. We're like, oh, we need to recreate this every year, Miami Christmas. And so then we had a plan for this year. And then, of course, Max gets the flu, which he was worried about the last 3 days of school because he's like, everybody's got the flu.
Yeah.
All the teachers are out. Everybody's flu crazy.
Yeah, Macy was worried about it too. All the dancers had it. Her school had it.
And even the last day of school, which they do nothing like the day before Christmas break.
Yeah.
Max is like, can I miss this day? We do nothing. Like, everybody's got the flu. I'm going to get the flu. It's going to ruin all this. And we're like, no.
You got to go.
You got partly
You got to go
because
and get the flu. You got to get the flu.
we're lazy, and Crystal had to wrap a bunch of gifts.
Yeah.
And so she needed the day.
Santa was drinking wine last night.
Yeah.
So I need the morning to.
She needs the kids to go away from the house so she can wrap all these presents. So anyway, she sends the kids to school. Max gets the flu.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Max and Crystal had to stay in Orlando, and I took Tommy down to Miami for the Miami Christmas tradition or whatever.
Now, you could have skipped a tradition and said, like, hey, family's sick. I'll just stay home.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you options. I'm not
Well-
saying what you did was either right or wrong.
Well-
but I'm just saying you could have been like, Max is sick. We'll just stay here. We'll catch you next year.
I would have done that if Tommy didn't say he wanted to go
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, he's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm not sick, and I really want to see my friends and go down there and
Right.
do the thing.
I mean, you can put your foot down, but I get it.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I get it. I get it.
If they want to do something, I'll do it.
Right, I get
it. But it's
Even if it's the thing you're going to bitch about later when you see your business partner on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'll do most of my bitching when I do something hard. And
Do they
then-
know you hate this stuff that much?
No, I only tell you
Okay.
and the listener.
Okay, good.
I
Keep
don't
it that way.
I don't tell Crystal
you can
or
never
no one
tell,
else.
You can
Yeah,
never tell them.
I didn't even I haven't made a social media post in weeks.
Yeah.
Because
fully present.
Well,
fully present, dude. That's a good thing.
I don't also want to make negative social media posts because I feel like those, you go back.
They get the most heat.
You go and
They get the most heat. Every once in a while, you got to throw out a kofifi at 3 a.m. and boom, and there you get it all.
And I constantly think that one day I'm going to die and then my sons are going to go back and relive their lives through my social media. So therefore I need to make it look all good.
So that's the drive.
So they're psychologically tricked into believing their life was all good. And
but what if
bad.
as you die, your social media dies with you?
It doesn't. It lives on forever.
No, but what if it did? Like, what if you're doing all this work? My point is, what if
I wouldn't make a post.
What if somebody hacked your Instagram right now and killed it? It could go away in an instant. You don't own it. It's not yours.
Yeah.
Mine's been hacked before. I lost my Twitter, remember?
I also don't worry about things I can't control.
Gotcha.
So it's like, I don't worry about like things disappearing or whatever. Like if I have nothing to do with it, I'm like, what can I do about it?
So Tommy wants to go. He's all in. You're like, not a big deal. We'll split up. Mom and Max stay home.
Yeah.
Tom, the two Toms. That sounds like the quietest 5 hours in history, right?
Well,
you guys get in the car and silence all the way to Miami.
I was like, Crystal, you can go with Tommy. I'll stay with Max. But Max wanted his mom because he got the flu. He felt he had a fever
I would want
for
Crystal
days.
too if I had a fever.
And then so that's why I would. Anyway, go down to Miami.
Oh, for a fact I'm not going to get chosen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll never get chosen.
Oh, yeah.
For anything.
And we do the Miami Christmas. This year we had the Grinch.
I like that. I enjoyed the fact that now you're adding. I do like when you add pieces to it. What are you going to have next? You have somebody else come in next year. You have Krampus stop by.
Then it gets too much. Like we're doing a production or doing a Christmas play, and then it's all ruined.
It's like a living nativity outside.
And by the way, the Grinch brought little middle fingers, which started the middle finger thing, which you made. You're like, what's up with the middle fingers?
Well, the only reason I asked that, I knew
family members said that too,
and I knew you were going to ask that. It's honestly because in my household, Maisie thinks that is the absolute trashiest thing you could. Like she looks at it and she's like, "Why?" Like she's like, "Why would they do that?" And I go, "I don't know." And she's like, "Why is everybody giving a middle finger?" Now I also agree that the middle finger is the number one thing that both racist bikers and any Proud Boy and anybody like MGK, anybody that wants to appear tough, you give the middle finger in any photo, right? It's the number one, like, I'm a badass kind of a thing to do.
But it's also kind of stupid and not that big of a deal.
No, totally. I get it. I just I don't understand why Maisie is so nerdy. Like, I'm like, hey, I give middle fingers all the time. But she's like, this is so trashy.
I was joking around about that. I've never pointed the middle finger at any human in my entire life.
Oh, I do it all the time.
That's
I
never
do it to my wife.
Maybe as a joke, but I've never done it in like reality and like traffic or
try it. You should try it.
Is not my go.
It feels good.
But anyway.
But you don't yell in traffic anyway, right? Like that's not going to be. No. I don't think I've ever seen you do that, so that's not going to be your thing.
So go down to Miami, then sleeping in like my father-in-law's house, and anytime you're above 40, sleeping at different people's houses, it's just never good. It's never like, oh, this is awesome.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed sleeping at somebody else's. No offense to
even
any of my friends.
Hotel, like I've gotten a point in my life where like even going to hotels, like there was a point when I was in my 20s, poor as hell, where I used to go to hotels. I'm like, oh, this bed is super comfy. These pillows are not.
Well, it's
like
only because you had a really bad bed. And now you have a decent bed.
The hotel room was an escape from my miserable life. And now I don't want to go to hotels. I don't want to go to Airbnbs. I don't want to sleep in other people's guest rooms.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep in my own bed.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I agree.
And sleeping anywhere else is a pain in the ass. And it's kind of, it's sometimes better than others, but it's like, it's just never perfect. And you're like, this is like, not as good.
Well, because people don't do, and I think there was a time when they used to do it. You kind of strike me as one of these type of people where if like somebody came to stay, you'd be like, well, you can have our master bedroom and sleep in there. Me and Crystal will sleep on the couch because you guys are like good hosts.
I've never done the master bedroom.
But you know those people, right? That I'm talking about. There are people that will be
weird.
like, you come to their house and they'll be like, well, you're a guest in my home, so you can take my bed and I'll sleep on the couch because you're my guest. Just so you know, I will never do that. You're not staying at my house.
Well, you got a guest bedroom. bedroom.
We
you know,
could be
everybody-
like it could be no. That's my office. That's an office.
Or-
I don't have any guest bedrooms. Even if there's a bed in there, that's an office with a bed in it.
Or I'm going to my friend's house. I'm sleeping in their kids' beds.
Yeah.
And it's like it just sucks. Anyway, so
But that's the price of friendship, right?
yeah.
When you want to have the camaraderie, you gotta cheap out on other stuff.
So go down to Miami.
I have a nice bed, no friends.
A video from the Miami Christmas did make only in days.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Which
Santa Claus sweeping the floor. Was awesome.
which I don't know who someone from the party posted it and then up to only a date and then they it's just some account that has like a ridiculous amount of ridiculous things that happen in Dade County, which is to say ridiculous too much. It's an absurd grouping of people. It's a different country down there. I grew up there.
Yeah, it's a menagerie of differences.
Which I did think of an idea that I think has legs, and tell me if you think this idea is good. And I mentioned it in,
I like your ideas.
For New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Which, by the way, it came back, did Christmas, and then immediately.
How did Christmas go? You were worried about like getting stuff for the boys. Did that work out okay?
They
were fine.
Got too much stuff. All they wanted to do is play Roblox and Fortnite, and they don't care about anything else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Me and Crystal freak out every like we didn't get them too many things to unwrap, and they're not gonna have as bountiful of a Christmas as they had before. And then it's like we got a bunch of things. I got some baseball gloves that I'm still like hammering out, trying to. I went on YouTube to see how to soften up a baseball glove, and it's a bunch of hammering. Anyway,
I
don't even use it.
I realized that the stocking is an underutilized parental trick. Like if you can get lots of little fun things in that stocking, you can almost only get a big gift in a stocking. Because it's those little things that like I mean, man, for May, I hate to say it, but like you give her all this crazy stuff and then she's over there playing with magnetic putty, like $3 in Target. You know what I mean? Like, or you get like, or the stocking had like just like a deck of cards. Oh wow! And I'm like, really? That's what you like?
Trinkets.
Yeah, trinkets. They're like crows, kids. They love trinkets. You just you fill a stocking full of trinkets, and boom, you're off to the races. And then you get one big item, $100. You're done.
So this idea came to me when
Is this the one you told me? Because I like this idea.
Yeah. It's New Year's Eve.
I want to invest in this idea actually as a shark.
And I'm sitting in my hot tub, kind of drunk, which, again, this is partly the reason why I'm, like, glad to get back to my normal routine.
Were you drunk a lot? I was drunk a lot.
Oh, yeah, every day for 2 weeks.
Every day for 2 weeks,
Eating
I was
horrible.
Drunk here. Did you know what I did here?
Play pinball?
Yeah,
there?
but did you see the trash can? Just filling Coors Light cans everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
I had a dog bowl on there. I had a dog bed in here for Dansby. We'd walk over here every day, and I just drink beer and play pinball all day.
Yeah.
Hours. I set a new high score in that, 350 million, and I'm the champion.
350 million.
I have beat every single Godzilla monster on that device. There's not one champion left that isn't old Double D. I'm the pinball wizard.
So I'm sitting in my hot tub waiting for, the kids to go to bed.
Your Cialis to kick in.
And then my neighbors, remember last year, my neighbors started setting off fireworks.
They were being really loud.
Which I noticed a lot of Facebook posts complaining about the fireworks on Christmas Eve.
Well, we are softer as a nation, right? Like everybody is like, good grief with the fireworks. You're scaring my gerbils.
Well, that never happened on Christmas Eve like 10 years ago. But what's happening, and I talked to
fireworks for every day.
My Miami friends about this. This is a very South Florida thing. Which is the certain culture likes to celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Right.
I grew up this way in Miami. Everybody did Christmas Eve parties. Christmas Day was never a thing. It's Christmas Eve, and everybody opens their Christmas presents at midnight on Christmas Eve. So all the kids stay up past midnight.
That actually sounds kind of fun.
So that's a Hispanic thing, and then they set off fireworks or whatever, and then it's coming up north.
Yeah.
That's
traveling.
And
spreading.
And then people are like, what's up with these fireworks on Christmas Eve? Yeah. It's a Miami coming up north.
Yeah.
And so my neighbor, because remember last year they were setting up like midnight. I was like, God,
They were shooting like mortars, right?
and I had to go tell them to stop. This year, they must have remembered me telling them, like, hey, my kids are trying to sleep. So they were just setting off, like, Roman candles, but the flare ones. So they were nice and quiet. They didn't have report at the end. It was just like, boom, boom. And then so I'm sitting and I'm watching them setting off, and I'm like, they're pretty nice. And, like, quiet. There's no cracking.
I actually, when you were setting off the fountains, that when you light a fountain and the fuse goes in and it goes... I like that sound. What is that? It's like almost like white noise, like brown noise. I love that sound.
It's just sparks, flares.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's just
it's no
it's just
explosions.
It's just a powder burning.
And I'm not saying this is not for everybody, but for like Christmas Eve, and apparently I talked to Ross about this. Diwali is also like Indian holiday.
Do I need to cut that out?
They don't want the loud fireworks.
Yeah.
They want the quiet ones. And they sell one firework at a pyro spot that has like it says quieter on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they need my idea is quiet fireworks.
Yeah. Quiet works.
It's all.
Why don't we call them quiet works?
It's all flares and fountains and sparkles.
It's big looks, not big sounds.
Yes, no explosions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this, I think, could sell, especially for Christmas Eve, for Diwali, for like smaller.
It's like a mute jelly roll. Big, you don't hear nothing.
Small, like people that don't want to bother their neighbors, and like they live in like
bright, super bright, colorful, right?
Yeah, suburban like streets that they're not setting off giant fireworks. Remember when I set off that Hulk smash? I only did one mortar, and I was
actually concerned about that.
The concussion that it let off. I mean, for sure.
Now, by the way, that was the only firework your sister liked. Because she's tough as hell. She was calling you and I pussies.
Yeah.
I can say that. She was like, you pussies. She's like, let's do Hulk smash. That's the greatest firework. And then you put them all back in the box and you put it back in your, you took them away from us. And then she's yelling at us. It was way too loud.
Yeah.
Set off a car alarm, for Christ's sake.
No, yeah. When your fireworks sets off a car alarm.
Wasn't even on the street.
Away. Yeah. 5 blocks away. Anyway. I'm telling you, quiet fireworks, the new craze.
I'm in. They'd have to be super colorful. They'd have to be like very
just all flares, and you can do like whole cakes just of like they're shooting off flares.
Well,
like, people would buy them.
You and I were talking about this, and then we started getting into the economics of fireworks. Now, I don't know anything about this, but we could talk to our good friend Craig from Pyro Spot Fireworks. If you had to guess, would a mortar, that big explosion, right? Is that more expensive? Or like the color purple, when you see that awesome purple color that they came out with a couple years ago, which if you had to guess, which would be more expensive, the bang or the color?
I would assume the explosion, because it takes more like TNT or gunpowder or whatever they're using, the explosive, to blow up the firework.
Well, EJ's saying that's just drones, but EJ, that's the dumbest thing ever. Somebody else said that. You guys are idiots.
Well,
drones are loud as hell, and they just one just landed on a kid's chest, and he had to have open heart surgery. We're talking about fireworks.
But
get out of my chat.
Yeah. What are you, drone? No one's buying 10,000 drones to do their own drone show.
Stupid.
I'm saying for people that want to, because there is the idea of liking setting off the fireworks for your family or for your family and friends or whatever, or having the kids hold, some Roman candles or whatever. Like the kids
you still want the firework.
Yeah. The whole process of
you
the
don't
dad
want the concussion blast,
setting up the family and friends, and then going and setting off the cake, showing the show to your family, and then
it's a light show.
Yeah. Like,
you know what's cool
that
about
whole process is part of the fireworks, which is fun, but it's just less, explosions.
You could do music too. I mean,
if
it's just like,
set it to music.
You could set it to music. It's like a kaleidoscope of colors in the sky, but no concussions.
I'm gonna ask Craig if he can custom order some just quiet fireworks and have a small section in the Pyro Spot's tent.
Yeah,
of just quiet fireworks.
No, we need a curtain like the X-rated video stores.
That's another idea. Me and Ross are working on that. The X-rated fireworks.
Oh, you are working on that.
Yeah. That's gonna be a whole other
with pictures
section.
of people we know on the sides naked, right?
They have some spicy ones. Ross said that Craig doesn't order.
I want a nude Sarah Palin. Oh my God, I would love that. I know I'm way late on that, but Nailin' Palin, watched it over the break, still holds up.
Here's another thing that I wrote down. So
is this a list of bitches?
No, the I forgot if it was the it may have been Christmas Eve. I think it was Christmas Eve. It was a Tuesday, right? Yeah. So Christmas Eve, and so I put out a bunch of garbage for the garbage men, right? And,
I thought you meant like just online, like you
no,
were
no,
just spouting off some of your conspiracy theories again.
And then I realized I'm like, I need to tip these guys because.
Oh, you did it this year?
Yeah. Because I caused them extra work.
Can I admit something to you before you tell your story?
Yeah. The
cleaning lady showed up here, and me and Dansby were here, and I was about 8 Coors Lights in playing Godzilla.
Okay, yeah.
And I had to leave Dansby with the cleaning lady, which was rude, and walk down to SunTrust and get her money. And I just handed it to her. I didn't even put it in a card because I was too drunk.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's all.
But I took care of her. But I just wanted.
It's all
you to
about
know.
the money.
No, but it wasn't. It did seem like that, but it
Yeah.
did seem very embarrassing. Andrea yelled at me. She said, "You didn't even put it in a card." I said, "No, I just
They
handed
don't
her
care,
cash." Yeah. Andrea was like a stripper. I'm like, "No,
not
like a stripper."
No one cares about the card.
Okay.
They just want the money. It's the same thing.
All right, I feel better then.
With the garbage men, I'm like, I'm giving them cash to each one.
Yeah.
And because I don't care about card.
I'm gonna start giving gold to everyone.
I'm not getting them some 12-pack of Bud Light. I don't know what they like to drink. I'm giving them money.
It is Bud Light, by the way. You got it right.
And it's one of the services that I actually cause more work for these guys. Like I have a bunch of different garbage cans. I've complained about this, but
you're allowed to.
I throw away things that.
Seminole County is a little more free than Orange. You're allowed to have any trash can you want.
But it makes it harder for them because if like you have the trash cans that come by and pick it up with the arm.
Yeah.
And my guys deserve more of a tip than the arm. My guys have to get out and throw away 10 different trash cans.
I mean, yours is like bespoke craft. You have like craft beer trash can men.
So I woke up early on Christmas Eve, and I'm waiting for the trash guys to come because I want to personally hand them the money.
Oh,
right?
This comes back to you getting thanked for things.
You
love that. You're obsessed with getting the credit for things.
So I'm waiting, and then I have a bunch of things to do, and they're not coming, I imagine, because they're probably getting a lot of like different gifts that so they take their time. If I was them, I was like, well, we need to go later, not so early, so that people remember to give us tips and like presents and stuff. Anyway, so
you'd scheme.
So then I was like, I'm gonna write a little note. And then just tape it to the top of the trash can, like "Merry Christmas," and then then
you remembered you can't write, and you stood there for a while.
So but I'm like, I need to make sure that they know it's to them. So I started to write "To Garbage Men."
That's condescending. That's condescending. So you call me that. I will take a crap in your trash can. I'll take a crap in your trash can.
So then I was like, I don't think garbage men is.
Why don't you just say "Dear Sir"? Why do you have to put their title?
Well, because I need them to know it's to them.
Then you say.
Okay, this is what.
Crap. So, I'm making fun of you, and I don't even know what to say.
So I looked it up on Google. I was like, "What's the PC term for garbage? Trash collector." So then,
close to trash man.
So then I'm like, I'm gonna try to write trash collector, right? And so then I'm like, that
does sound condescending, right?
But then I'm like
waste collector.
But I'm like,
waste sounds good.
Well, Crystal said waste management because that's the name of the company. There's the waste management or whatever.
Okay.
Seminole County Waste Management. But I'm like, But then I started thinking, I'm like, these guys.
Do you know any of their first names?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. No.
Well, no, it would be very easy if you knew like
Martha
Gary,
Sagowski,
Gary and the boys, you know.
There's a Martha Sagowski who runs her kids out. They're like, oh, these guys love my kids. They don't love your white rich kids. Anyway, sorry, Martha.
If the plane crashed, they're the first kids I'm eating.
Yeah.
Like if I were a trash guy and we crashed at the Andes, I'm eating the white kids first. Yummy.
So
tender.
But then I started thinking, I was like, these guys are gonna see that I put like "Dear Waste Management" and be like, you p-word ass.
Cracker ass.
Like it just like, why are you so weak? Because like these guys are tough as hell.
I like your idea of handing
and they're
it to
like,
them.
I'm not gonna be offended if you write garbage. I don't even care. Thank you for the money. And then
bye.
That's how much That took me half an hour. Then I hear them coming. Sorry,
The overthinking is crazy.
I gave him the money, and then I gave him more money like a couple days later on, like after New Year's Eve.
You're like, I shorted you. I told you I'd have your money.
So anyway, then
so wait, you gave them some, and then a couple days later you peeled them off an extra 20 or something?
Yeah. Because I
That's
realized
weird.
it wasn't enough.
That's weird.
I'm telling you.
See, I would never do that. I'd never go back. Once you give something, it's a gift and give. You're done.
So right after Christmas, we go down to Marco Island to visit Crystal's grandma, right? There's another trip, right?
You guys got to start cutting the family out of your life. So when you don't visit your family,
you know,
way easier.
Well, Crystal's grandma.
That's a joke because I'm a bad person.
Is 95. No, listen.
She's beautiful. I saw the photos of her. She does not look 95. I'll tell you that.
And it really, as I get older, you start realizing like people in their 90s. You're like, man, this
Treasures,
is
man.
like I started thinking about 95, and I'm like, my God, it's more than 50 plus years, more than my life. Like I feel like I've seen it all. Like I get the gist of what this is.
Like Andrea's granddad.
Nothing more.
He's 101, and he'll hold.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He'll hold her brother's not even 1-year-old son. And so you have a man that's over 100 years older than the baby he's holding.
No,
and they're
crazy.
related.
No, I know. Yeah,
and they're staring into each other's eyes. There's something nuts about that, dude.
Yeah, just the fact
Cosmic.
that my sons get to have real memories with their great grandma.
Cool.
Like now they're 9 and 10. They'll remember this.
I have some of those.
I have no memories of my great grandparents.
I have memories of my great grandparents. I have memories of going to my Uncle Hayden's farm. I have all of that. So what you're doing is awesome. Like, yeah, they will remember that.
And she's in an assisted living place down in Naples now, next to Marco. And so we.
How long of a drive from Orlando is it to Marco?
5 hours. It should be 4.5, but it's 5.
Because of holiday traffic, or
just things happen. One stop turns into lost 35 minutes. Anyway,
you gotta hit Bucky. Somebody's got diarrhea.
It's just long. Anyway, so again, we drive down there 5 hours, and we decide, Crystal, and I don't do any of these, like any of the bookings, because as soon as I get involved, like arguments start to happen, and
that's funny because even not involved, you seem to argue a lot.
I'm with you. Yeah. So I would be more.
It would be more.
Hey, because I'll start questioning. I'm like, where are we staying? And then she tells me, and I'm like,
how many things?
Like it's not good.
I mean, like I'm not in charge of any aspect of my life.
Yeah, but you give it up.
I had to give up.
I still stick my nose in it, and I'm like, I think this lady's doing it wrong. I'm like, I organized some stuff for this company.
Yeah. You
put
on some pretty epic events. Man.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, I know how to, do some things, and I'm like, what's going on?
So you
here?
start rooting around.
Anyway, but
doing a little. Would you get your nose into something you shouldn't have? What'd you do?
I did weeks ago, and then I got out of it quick because it started this fight about. I already looked at all these places. I started looking at Airbnbs. I'm like, this one's better. She's they start yelling.
Don't send her any.
Yeah.
I send Andrea on Airbnb. She's like, it's not pet friendly, you moron. You're not even logged in right.
So anyway, she determines that we're gonna stay in like a roadside hotel, like for the first night.
What, like where people would hide out if you just murdered somebody?
No, not like a one-story motel. I'm just like a generic Marriott Suites or Fairfield Inn, or what is it, like a
courtyard,
a courtyard like a standard this thing you would, like a random hotel you'd see on the side of I-4 or the Turnpike, right?
Quality Inn,
like places for travelers to rest their weary eyes for that night.
The old Hampton Inn.
So Hampton. They're all the same generic.
Red
2
roof,
beds.
Hampton, quality, comfort.
2 beds, maybe a microwave. That's it. Shower, and then
lamp, cups wrapped in cellophane.
So
sadness.
We, after a 5-hour drive, we pull up. There's a regular, Springfield Suites or whatever, like something like that. It looks, they all look the same. They're just a gray building.
The little pull through where like the lobby's here and you pull through the thing.
This one did not, which I thought was interesting because there was like 3 side by side. And they all had that. This one didn't. And so I mentioned it, and Crystal's like, oh, yeah, this was the cheapest out of the 3. And
Andrea's been talking to Crystal again. Don't let her.
I don't. Okay.
The cheapness will jump off of Andrea and jump onto Crystal, and you cannot let that happen. Andrea's extra cheap. May I remind you that I got nothing for Christmas this year. And I mean nothing.
I wish I got nothing because I get a bunch of I'm like, how much does this cost?
I'm glad I got
I don't
nothing.
need this.
I got candy. I'm fatter than hell. I got a bag of Kit Kats. I'm fatter than hell.
So anyway, I mentioned that I was like, how much did this hotel? She's like, oh, I got this. This was the cheapest of the 3. It was $150 a night.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, $150.
Andrea Dennis.
So I was like, wait a minute. I started to think, I was like, $150. Like, what is 1990s prices? Like, what? There's no $150. And I was like,
that's an amazing deal.
And then I was like, Naples. I don't know what Naples. Like, maybe there's not that much going on down here. Like old people. I have no idea.
But
so
it's sort of the holidays, right? Like, shouldn't it be?
So Crystal's like, go inside and check in. And I'm like, all right. So I get out.
That's the first problem.
What?
I never check in places that I didn't book it. I'm like, you booked it. You're checking in.
So I go inside and I walk inside the lobby and it's bare bones. I noticed that's the first thing.
That's fine. The vans don't need creature comforts. You guys are easy breezy. Just a place to lay your head.
I don't need a couch in the lobby or anything. But I did notice like that was the first thing that like popped into my head. I was like, man, this lobby is kind of like a lobby.
Sad. Yeah.
It's like a lobby to a place like you check in for AA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's not
it's
like
a sad lobby.
They don't want people hanging around.
A melancholy lobby.
They don't set up a fireplace and a Christmas tree and then like a cozy place for their travelers to hang out.
Yeah. There's no continental breakfast here. I don't see a coffee maker.
Yeah, which is fine because
where's the snarky gay guy behind the desk that's yelling at me already?
No one behind the desk. So I walk up behind.
How about any flyers or brochures for things to do in Naples?
Now, no, but it's past like because it took us all day to get down there, so it's like 7 o'clock or whatever.
It's a shift change.
And so I'm like, okay, and I see a sign that's sitting on the desk on the front desk that says, "To check in, dial 0 on the phone in the vestibule." So I was
vestibule.
Like,
hold on, vestibule.
Okay, all right.
Vestibule sounds like a religious term.
Yeah. So
vestibule.
I'm like, vestibule. What the hell is that?
Church, man.
So I was like, use the phone in the vestibule, and I'm looking around. And
vestibule. What? I don't even eat vegetables.
And I'm like, I've never heard the word vestibule before, so I'm like, what the hell? So then I look over, and on the desk, there's a phone.
Oh, you must be in the vestibule. Look at this guy.
Yeah. It's on the other side of the desk.
Not to interrupt, but is your light shorting out and blasting?
Yeah, it's blasting me every couple seconds.
Sorry.
I thought that's how much I'm flustered over the past 2 weeks that I don't even care.
Yeah, sorry.
So it says use the phone in the vestibule, dial 0, right? So I look around. There's nothing in the lobby. No couch, no nothing. And then so I'm like, this has got to be it. So I reach over the counter and pick up the phone and I dial 0. But I had to like lean over and I dial.
Yeah.
So I dial 0 and then I hear the phone ringing in the door across like 10 feet away.
Oh wait, that's the vestibule.
And then someone picks up like, hello? And I'm like, hello? And then I'm like, I'm here to check in. And she's like, and then there's a
wait a minute. She's like, hold on, I'm in the vestibule. You're calling me. I'm checking in now.
There's a quiet pause, and then I'm like, did I use the wrong phone? And she's like, yes, sir. Yeah. And then I'm like, this is the only phone I saw. And she's like, there's a phone in the vestibule. And I'm like, I don't. She's like,
you're like, who is this? Is this a ghost?
And then,
who are you talking to?
The lady that was there, but I guess like so.
But where is she?
She's in her office, right? Which. It became
so 0 went to her office.
Yes, and it became apparent why this happened. She does not want to talk to the clientele checking into this place. So apparently the vestibule, I looked this up on Google after, is the area, the area between like the
funeral home or something, right?
No, the outside door and the inside door in hotels. There's an area between the doors. Like,
yes, I know what you're talking about.
Like, one door opens and there's like it's kind of like a coat room, or like where you knock the snow off your boots.
like a mud room.
Yeah. That's a vestibule.
The pre-lobbies.
Pre-lobby, right? So anyway, the lady was super rude, and she's like, here, whatever, but, and I'm like, the lady's rude. So and she
you're
tells
not
us the room.
rude. Look, you may bumble, you may stumble,
Yeah.
vestibule, what? But he ain't rude. I'll tell you that.
So I'm like, this lady has no customer service.
Yeah.
And then I realized why. So we get to our hotel room, and we open up the door. Immediately, when like after they clean a public bathroom with like super pungent chemicals.
I love that smell.
And then it's like Fabuloso
Yeah.
mixed with some sort of
It's
bleach.
It's fumes.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. They probably used a couple that they shouldn't have mixed.
We opened the door, and the blast of fumes burned my eyes. I'm like, God damn. And then I noticed no carpet on the floor. I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Somebody died. We had to pull it out. We had to pull it out.
It's like laminate floor. So,
Luckily, we wrapped the body in the carpet, so it was convenient.
and then there's like a mini kitchen, but it's like a kitchen that you'd find.
Wait a minute, for cooking beans?
No, like
You know what I mean by that, right? Like you're heating up a can of beans or something, like down on
Yeah.
your luck?
Yeah. It's a down on your luck kitchen.
Really?
Yeah. Bare bones, down in your luck kitchen. And then I walk in, and there's no, like, the beds are on metal frames.
Oh, a prison.
And then it's like standard. Everything is standard issue.
Yeah, prison.
And then I'm like,
Metal
what?
toilet.
And then I'm like, what the hell is this place?
Yeah.
And then Chris was like, well, it was an extended stay. And I'm like, that's it. This is a halfway house.
Yeah.
And
It's a sober house,
I'm
right?
like, you booked a halfway house. And so we walk in, and then even the boys, which don't notice anything, they're like, this is pretty rough. And I'm like, it's fine. So I'm like, it's already said we've been driving for 5 hours. Crystal, like, there's no way
Just
we can get them.
pretend you have a drug addiction and go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm like,
Good Lord.
we'll just turn on the TV, we'll sleep here, and then we'll get up and then visit
Every once
grandma.
in a while, turn over and say you're freaking out because you don't have any Oxycontin. Uh-oh. You having a relapse?
Sorry, I'm there.
You okay?
2 weeks
It's the
of hard living.
Fabuloso at his nose.
And so then I sit down on the bed, and then Crystal walks over, and on the top of the pillow is a big, long, curly hair sitting like an Andy's mint. And then Crystal's like, oh, my
Your
God.
complimentary pube, my lady.
And then I'm like, just blow it off. And then I'm like, and she's like, this is disgusting.
Yeah. It's like the one in Coco that I slept with the lights on so the roaches
Yes.
wouldn't come out. Remember that? I just left the lights on because
yes.
every time I turned the lights out, the roaches would come out. So I was like, F it. I'm sleeping with the lights on.
And then she flipped over the pillow. There's stains on the other side, like black sprinkles, like splatters, like
black splatters,
like black splatter stains. And then we sat there, and then I was like, hold. I was like, Bill Cosby. I was like, we can get through this. It's not. I was like,
were you
we don't have
tempted
to
to
stay
make
in
him
a,
stay? Were you tempted to make him stay?
Well, because
I know you want. Did you want?
I didn't want to waste $150.
But also, do you want to kind of rub it in her? I mean, you're not going to. You're not that type of person. But do you kind of want to rub it in her face a little bit and be like, well, we're staying here because this is what we booked, and because I didn't put my nose in there and everything's fine.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have happened had I been poking around.
So, but then I sat down, and then there's a muffle yelling in the like down the hall.
A lot of yelling. That's the
like,
biggest
God.
problem with extended stays is that people get into a lot of altercation.
Yeah. And then we got the hell out of there. Wasted $150. Crystal did say, like, should I go back and try to get my money back?
I
I'm
would.
like, there's no way to get money back.
But I would try. I mean,
we're getting the hell out of
did
here.
she even read the review or like
No.
about it?
No. And I didn't rub it in her face. I wanted to. But
you know,
I didn't.
that's the difference between you and me.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
better person than me. Because I would hold on to that and I'd bitch about it the whole night.
She would have said, "Did you do anything? Why don't you do it then?" Which is
but
kind
she
of
told
funny.
you couldn't do that.
That's what. Yeah. I can't. Any logic is always thrown out the window with Crystal.
I got you.
I don't know why.
Same with me. Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
not
pure
very-
emotion. It's
yeah,
just yelling emotion.
Yeah, I like yelling and I like emotion. Well, I'm sorry that happened, buddy. But how was seeing
Oh.
Grandma? Look, that was all good, right?
Yeah, I got a funny story about the being like just visiting an assisted living and then being around like talking to other old people. I'll tell them the BDM show because it's something I don't want everybody to hear. So I'll tell you that in a minute. Back to vestibule.
Yeah.
So this place is a halfway house, right? Extended stay.
Did you get to see any of the other patrons at all, or?
It's funny when they call the places extended stay. It's like oh, I want to extend my vacation another 3 days.
Yeah. I'm having so much fun. 2 more nights of margaritas, please.
You're extending it so you're not homeless. Like that's your only other option.
Yeah.
That's what extended stay is. It's you're staying there longer, so it's this or the streets.
Yeah.
So it's an upgrade from the streets.
You know, I've never stayed in an extended stay.
Crystal stayed in one in Tampa. She said it was super nice, and I'm like, it must have been.
Are there nice ones? Is it feast or famine out there for extended stay?
I told her I've never seen a nice extended stay.
Me neither.
And she's like, there was one in Tampa that I stayed at a concert one time, and it was super nice. And I'm like, you must have been confused about them calling it extended stay.
She could be lying to win, the argument.
Maybe if they're next to a convention center or like in Vegas, extended stays are better. If they're in a vacation area, then maybe extended stays are nicer.
Have you seen the new ones where they have? They do have new ones that some of Maisie and her dance like people will stay at, where it's. Yeah, it is kind of nice, but it's very expensive. It's not. I mean, it has the kitchen.
If it's cheap and extended stay, it's going to be a hell.
Like there are extended stays because I've seen some of the dance moms get them. They're really nice with like little kitchens and full refrigerators and stuff so they can cook, but they're expensive as hell.
So this is what I couldn't get out of my head, and it still can't, and it bothers me to this day.
The vestibule?
No. The fact that that no one that's worked there has ever thought to change the verbiage on the little placard that they have telling people how to check in. Because I know I'm not that educated, and I'm pretty stupid.
Vestibule. I would have been no BS. I would have been confused by vestibule. I mean, like, where the hell is that?
I have to be as equally stupid as the other guests at this place. There's no way. Does the majority of our chat room know what vestibule is?
No, I saw people saying, "What the hell's a vestibule?"
Okay.
Now I've heard it before, but only through like being around the church. I would have probably thought.
It wouldn't have immediately gone.
I don't
to your
know
head
what it
like,
means.
Oh, this is the room, the pre-lobby.
I would have been looking for I would have thrown. I told you that I got the definition wrong. I would have thrown church on it, and I would have said like, I don't know, the church room, like a room that looks churchy. That's what I would have looked for.
So what bothers me is how much confusion this placard has caused the lady that works there. And how she's never changed the sign to say, like...
I think she just started probably, right? Like, I bet you the turnover
what about the employees before?
Well, the turnover there is so high that no one stays long enough to change the sign. I bet you I nailed it. I bet you I nailed it. I'll die on that answer. The turnover rate at that extended stay is so high that no one stays long enough to flip the sign to something that somebody would know what it means.
Like...
Yes.
Hasn't this caused an immense amount of confusion that has caused the headache of the employee that works the front desk to the point where someone just said, hey, let's just put a sign like use the phone by the front door?
We have listeners in Georgia that say that it is called just pre-lobby in Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia knows. They looked around. They're like, okay, we're in Georgia. Let's call this a pre-lobby.
They also have Pornhub. Georgia's got a lot of things right. They have a lot. Go Falcons, rise up. We're terrible, but hey, they got Pornhub and they have pre-lobby, so I'm Georgia through and through.
And apparently other porn sites, they're like, we're going to do what Pornhub did. What'd you do what Pornhub did? Now we got nothing. Got some horrible ones. You're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Steal my information.
All the ones that I find now are called like Hey Job Hotties or something. Have you seen those? Everything I get now is like Middle Eastern terror porn, and I'm like, well, that's not helping us. Like, that's not American.
I'm gonna be on the courtroom stand, and they're gonna like, have you been to this one?
They
took away all the other ones. I went to the ones that were safe, and then Florida made me go to the black web. Anyway. So why did they use the term vestibule? Just put a phone by the front door.
The other answer I would give is, was the sign printed plastic?
It was like a
nice sign. Was a nice sign?
Yeah, it was like
they're not going to get that reprinted. Everybody's cheap.
Yeah, but just take that away.
Yeah,
and
I'm with you.
Nothing would cause less confusion than, or just point an arrow, say phone over there.
Yeah, check in here.
Check in
here.
Something.
Check in here.
Put a phone on. Anyway, so
we gotta take a break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and our guests are here.
Yep, we'll come back. We'll talk to our guests. And I know, Daniel, you went to Daytona.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, the things that have changed, the things that have not changed in beautiful Daytona Beach, the world's most famous beach. We'll be back with more A Corporate Time right after this. Cool.
Sorry, I went longer than I thought.
No, yeah, I wondered if you knew. I was like, oh, he's cranking right along. What's up, guys?
What up, fellas?
We're still on Twitch and YouTube, though, just so you guys know. We are recording currently, so
Absolutely. What's up?
just remember that we are on right now. Let me save this real fast, and I'll say hi. Good to see you, Casey. How you been, man?
I've been good. You guys take like a winter break?
Yeah. We just take the last 2 weeks of the year off.
25.
We pre-record shows and stuff. So last week we had shows airing, but
That's cool.
This is our first time live back. So
Nice. Get back into the swing of things.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. What's going on?
you guys have a good New Year's and everything?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's amazing.
First time in forever didn't have to work.
Oh, that's awesome.
Go party.
That's awesome. Grab a
What's
seat.
up, y'all?
Damn, what's
Good
up,
to
buddy?
see
How
you. Good to
doing?
see you. Sorry, I'm going to save this real quick, and then I'm going to hit the head real fast
Take care of
because I've
business.
only had 3,000 Mountain Dews this morning.
How you
Good
doing,
to see
man?
you,
Good
dude.
to see you.
Good to
too,
see you,
man.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you been?
Good.
I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
And I'll turn all your stuff on.
Let's see.
Oh, that's unnecessary.
This will be your headphones behind your case.
We are live on Twitch right now, so just
Okay.
just so you know,
All right.
being watched and recorded.
Let's see here. Things are good?
Yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Boys had a good Christmas?
Yeah. We just did a lot of traveling around Florida, down to Miami, down to Marco Island.
Right.
Then we just got back from a camping trip at Fort Wilderness that we started doing every year. But it's tent camping, and my God, it's so fucking rough.
Yeah.
And it was freezing.
Yeah.
So I was like, and the kids have a good time because we go with some friends of ours that have kids. So the kids are
Right. They're on an adventure.
Yeah, they're in Fort Wilderness having a good time, whatever. But I'm sleeping in an air mattress. It's 45.
Yeah.
I smell like a campfire,
Yeah.
and I'm drunk. Eating like shit. So I'm just like, oh, my stomach hurts. I'm drunk. My hands are numb. I'm sleeping on a fucking air mattress, freezing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, God damn, this is horrible.
Your kids are going, this is the best time ever.
Yeah.
Do it next weekend.
All right,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
me turn all of y'all
God, fucking tent camping.
stuff
Ah.
on here.
Hunk of shit.
Yeah, we never did that.
Yeah,
There's
thank you for that.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think they're like, they were like so cold, and I'm like, I don't think they like it that much. Who am I doing this for?
Yeah.
Jeff. All right, Casey, you got to fix your.
Casey, your headphones too loud. I think that's you right there.
On the right.
Yeah. Can't tell.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I just got to fix a couple
No,
of little
you're
things
good
here.
to go.
Thanks for coming in, y'all.
My
I appreciate it.
pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Oh man, let me turn your mic on. That should be you, Casey.
Check.
You-
1 2
you
1 2.
got
There
2
we
weeks.
go.
Yeah. Basically, right before Christmas,
I've forgotten
then
how to do all of this.
we pre-record a bunch of shows. So
Yeah.
last week we had all the shows air, but they were just pre-recorded.
Sure.
But yeah, it's the last 2 weeks.
How's
we
your
go.
light? Is it off or on?
Oh, it's off.
Of course, everything's breaking the minute we come back.
Yeah, you're just going to want to shellac him with a
Check,
bunch of
check. Yep. Good.
It's just, we don't use things like a boat.
It is.
Like,
It's absolutely like that.
It sits for too long and never starts.
Then you try to come in here and like turn everything back on again, and it won't work. And then
I'm like, how does it sit? How does sitting break it? Makes no
your-
sense.
Yeah, like yours isn't even here. Hold on, I'm gonna try something real fast. Don't move. Thanks again for coming in, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're happy to be here.
Well, we'll just go with what we got now. It'll work.
Yeah.
I'll fix it later.
Fix it in post.
Yeah, always some bullshit. All right, we can't curse now. All right, would you like? This is 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And 3,
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got some guests in studio.
We do indeed.
Jeff and Casey Howler here. How you guys doing?
Howdy, howdy.
I like
Good,
how
good.
Tom waited right until Jeff took a sip of his water.
Yeah.
And then introduced you. So
Yeah.
Jeff,
Microphone.
hey, good to see you guys. What's
Yeah,
going
good
on?
to see you.
y'all?
Well,
Happy New Year.
Yeah, oh,
Happy New
yeah.
Year. Yeah.
Can't believe it's 2024 already.
I know. We made it. I've been doing that all morning.
Have you?
And today is a very special day in American history.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, obviously you know that today's the day that true patriots took up arms and stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
And we should all celebrate that.
You know what's funny is my sister's birthday is January 6th, and I've never been able to remember it until after that happened.
Exactly.
So I kind of thank those people.
Yeah. I mean,
Small
yeah,
miracle.
yeah,
Closer
exactly.
to my
You know, I
sister,
mean,
yeah.
something.
It didn't mean anything before.
yeah, it's a happy accident.
Dumb day that was.
Very good to see you guys. So yeah, go ahead, Tom.
I like the guy that doo-dooed on the desk.
I do too. He doesn't get talked about enough.
Because we all have had fantasies about doing that on our boss's desk.
Oh my God!
And
oh,
no-
Especially me.
Jeff knows. Oh yeah, me too. I mean, Jeff knows me. I mean,
Not
come on.
funny. Not
Yeah,
funny.
but you know mine. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I
I'll do
know.
it. I'll do it now. I'll do it right
You know how
now.
many times I'm like, I would do that Linda Bird's desk,
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
Kampmeyer.
All
Like that
of
was my fantasy.
All of them.
But I never had the balls to do it, and that guy did. So
Yeah.
hats off to him.
Yeah, that guy. You know
Horns
what?
off to him.
Yeah, horns off. You lived your
Don't
dream.
let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah. I've always wanted to crap on someone's desk, steal a laptop, and wear a horn hat.
So, what'd you guys do for New Year's Eve? Just
I didn't work for the first time in years, so that was a nice gift. That was a nice change of pace.
Really? I
Yeah.
mean, so this is like the first time in how many years would you say that you didn't have to work that night?
Oh, how long have we been doing this thing?
3 years.
Yeah, it's 3 years too long.
All right.
5 years.
I like how, and Jeff will relate to this. Younger men, when they're like, "Oh, we did 3 years. That's too long."
Yeah.
3 years.
2 or 3 years.
It's been like 7, so.
Yeah.
No, but even 7 years in the span when you're an older man.
Yeah.
Like 7 years ends up being nothing.
It
like
really-
you know, what I'm saying like even
7
10
years? That's how long I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny how, like, for me, like, sometimes I think of how long I've just been broadcasting.
Yeah.
And I think I'm up on, is this 29? I think this is 29.
God, it
It's
seems
28
like
or
that's why.
29, and I don't feel really old, but when I think about it, there are people that come up to me, like just like you just did. I mean, like, yeah, man, I've been doing this for about 5.5 years. I'm like, 5.5 years? That's really nothing.
I'm done. I'm checked out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
It's really funny because when I joined Clutch with Bubba back in '77, I was just
You
out
know
of-
he passed away, right?
Bubba did.
Yeah. Hey, got hit
do
by a
that?
fire
why,
truck.
Why do you do that?
I got to go get his CD.
He got hit by a fire
Come on,
truck
stop.
right in front of Real Radio. And no one did anything. They all stood there.
They didn't even
They
talk
all
about
stood
it.
there.
Yeah.
They didn't even say a word. They just let him take the
Come on.
body away.
Come on.
I'm going
I
hard
work
in
with this
25.
guy.
I know. I got to tell you.
I'm
but
going hard in 25.
No, I know. And I got to tell you, Bubba's sister, his first wife, not Murtis, but the
sister?
one before that. I don't know if you ever met Sean from Ville Platte, Louisiana.
I did not.
But you might have met his daughters.
I
His
did.
daughters
They're
are
very
beautiful.
nice. They're
Well,
so sweet and so nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I loved his
yeah.
daughters. They're great people.
and the sister and the older daughter came to town, and they said, "Hey, well, let's get together." So we got together with Bubba's sister, and I went over to their house, and they brought out these 3 bags that said Bubba on them, and it's 3 bags of white powder. And I went, there's no way Bubba left that much cocaine before he died. Everything, but it was his ashes. And they were
man.
coming to get his ashes to
What,
spread.
in 3 Kroger bags?
Yeah, it was like 3
That's
different.
how they did it?
It was amazing, and one was actually kind of misshapen, and that was his club foot that they burned. You know,
First
goes
day
real
back.
hard. He goes real hard.
Wait,
this guy
I
over
knew
here.
when
He's
Dan
been
was
writing
like,
jokes for a year now.
This guy, he took what I did and he made a masterpiece of it. Did you see that? I just launched a little. I just put a little Chinese spy
what
balloon
the
into
hell?
the air.
Yeah.
This guy over here,
No,
he's got
no.
the anti-gravity technology. He made full-on drones out of what I did.
no, I apologize. Hey, and anybody listening, because we all love Bubba. you
Yeah,
know,
he would laugh at that.
But and we were that's all we talked about while they were there. We talked about just Bubba, just Bubba's stories and his wife's stories, and I know his ears would have been burning, but he was cremated, so they were already burnt to hell.
He's got a ball.
Come on,
I knew.
2025,
You
baby.
knew where you were going.
I told you.
Why did you get out of the car?
Well, Daniel said Jeff wants to come in the Monday we get back. I'm like, oh, they're starting it off
I
a
don't
little
Broadcast some
rough.
kings.
We're gonna storm the broadcasting tower.
So Casey, let's talk about work. You said you didn't work on New Year's Eve your first day or first time in a while, but now I know the last time we talked to Jeff, you're kind of taking over.
Yeah, let's get into
the
that a little
family
bit.
business and
I'm forcing him into retirement.
I like that. I mean, all of Orlando thanks you.
I'm doing a public service.
I mean, when you really think about it, because I've been watching your videos online.
yeah.
Because I mean, I don't go out. I don't have much.
Yeah.
You know, I got a family and all this kind of stuff. But I will go out and see you play because he's got a way better voice than you got.
10 times, a million times.
I mean, more than 10. Like
Yeah.
like a million is
Yeah.
good. Like this guy can actually sing.
Really
you could
good.
sing too. But
No,
you know
no,
what
no,
I mean.
no.
But he's got a beautiful voice.
Here's the deal. I've had a
appreciate it.
mediocre voice, but I've compensated by doing comedy or joking, being a goofy guy on stage. So that's kind of carried me with that. And people have asked me, they said, well, is he going to do, hit his head on the microphone and do the doggy tricks? I said, he doesn't have to.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can sing,
Right.
But
It's a
when you-
much more pleasurable experience.
For me,
I'm
especially.
going to talk to Tom. Anyway, but
I relate to that because
Well, I've seen so many shows.
I know,
My God.
everybody has.
And I was actually talking about you to some buddies over the weekend that used to go out to old cricketers and
yeah,
watch you play.
the old school.
Super fun, man.
when you don't have the talent, you put on the suit. I am familiar with it. Me and Jeff, we understand.
Hitting my head on the microphone is pretty much the bear costume of my act. Yeah.
And by the way, Casey, when you said you forced him into retirement, Jeff Howell has wanted to retire for 20 years.
He's been talking about it.
When I met Jeff Howell back in the radio days, like, I can't wait to retire.
One of my absolute favorite things that you would do, and this you just unlocked a memory, is when we would have the morning show would have like a big concert or something,
Yeah.
and you were like tasked with either writing a song
Yeah.
or doing something special for the concert, and you never did it. And I just want to thank you for because you'd always go like, I'm not. You just like
Yeah.
you would just be like, I'm not, and
Yeah.
then you'd be like, am I getting paid more?
Yeah.
And the answer was always no, and you'd be like, well, I'm not doing more.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I respect the hell out of
Thank
that,
you.
dude.
Thank you. I will tell you this, that Russell would come in before we do these and in the day, it was huge. You remember. I
Yeah,
mean, like
yeah.
6,000,
Oh, it was
7,000
massive.
people
It
show
was
up.
massive.
And
By the way, I'm like, I can't believe this many people are showing up for this. Every time. I look
Find
at it.
anything better to do. Yeah.
I was like, why are they here?
I said the same thing, and so it'd be before the show, and Russell would come up and go, "Hey Jeff, I got to talk to you, man." I said, "What?" He goes, "Man, we're just running short on time, and we got this guest coming in, so tonight we're gonna have to cut Burnout Cadillac. I'm so sorry." I said, "Cut them all. I said, give me my check.
Send me home.
Give me my check."
I'm wired like that too. Anytime that something gets canceled that I have to do, even if it's better for our business,
Yeah.
I'm always a little bit pleased.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Yeah. Like even if it's a paid gig, like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, like your paid gig is like it's gonna cost you $600, but you're just like, yes.
But what is
I don't know what
that?
is-
Because we've had interviews
Yeah.
set up with some of the biggest people in the world. They'll be like, "Hey, Tom and Dan, we have." I don't know, the ghost of Jerry Springer's calling in,
Yeah.
and then, he canceled it. And I'll be like, yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the
Less
show,
work.
but the content would have been better and make your
Yeah,
show
I
more
know.
successful. It's like I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to anybody.
I know. Isn't
I have
that
nothing
weird?
left to say.
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, you guys especially because y'all do this. What do y'all do this 6 hours a day?
We've never stopped.
No. We're cut. I mean,
no.
cut down to.
You're
but
the
it's,
only
it's
thing we're
Monday
doing
through
today.
Friday.
You're into that.
No, we gotta
I'll be-
record.
I'll be-
Yeah, you're right.
I'll
Yeah.
be on the golf course in
Yeah.
about an hour.
But it just
hour.
wears you out, because you have to be on. And if
Yeah.
you have a guest in, then you got to be super on because you got to be aware of them and aware of what they're saying, and then kind of like right now, which I'm not really saying.
Yeah, I haven't switched it on. By the way.
That's a lot of noise, though.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm looking at Tom, and all I'm seeing is we're closed for the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Moose should have told you.
1,000-yard stare.
It takes me a while to get the engine running again. We've been off for a while.
Yeah, we have he and I this morning. Honestly,
We haven't
it's
talked
like
in 2
two
weeks.
special needs people playing volleyball. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
Every-
yeah.
I saw Daniel one time for New Year's Eve at my house. We talked for a little bit. That was it.
Yeah.
We had
That was
like
it.
5 texts.
Yeah, a couple of attacks.
So Casey, back to this year, 2025. So
Are you, Jeff? Are you out?
Yeah, I'm pretty much out. I've got one gig that I do the first Sunday of every month out in Osteen called Feel Good Farms. It's a great place. He grows his own grapes. But anyway, other than that, I'm just doing private parties and a couple, special things like Tibby's Mardi Gras.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
do Mardi Gras Day for them and everybody. Pretty much cases.
Just
taken-
places that need to keep the crowd down. You know?
if they need a write-off, you know, yeah.
We need to chase the riffraff out.
yeah, exactly.
We need to get them back out to the slots. Can't be too good.
We need them out here. You know, I grow my own grapes. We need to get them out there picking.
You know, it's funny when Bubba and I played in that band, The Clutch. You know, we were,
Yeah.
So good.
And we were working our way up, and we went out to Reno, and we thought, oh God, this is the start of it.
Oh, you made it.
We'll be on the same stage as Dom DeLuise once played on.
Yeah.
So
I love Dom DeLuise.
I do too, man.
Yeah, only-
And that was back in the day. The showrooms would have just some TV personality.
I wrote down something for Jeff today, and how did I know that he was going to weasel his way into something I wrote down?
Dom DeLuise?
Well, yes, the 1967 Dean Martin Christmas special starring Dom DeLuise.
Wow, look at that.
I
No,
watched it over the break.
I do remember that.
and it
yeah.
holds up because
Yeah.
he's drunk the entire time.
Yeah, he is. And I will tell you this.
And he talks about being drunk the entire time, and all the jokes are like, "Hey, I was backstage. It's hard to move around with all these empty bottles everywhere." Like everything's a joke
Yeah,
about
yeah.
him being lit.
Yeah. Because back then, booze was the, marijuana. So when you're joking about people being high now,
Yeah.
back then it was booze and it was all okay. And I will tell you this, Dean Martin, people say that he didn't drink and they swear that he didn't drink. But if he didn't, he's the greatest actor of all time.
I would agree.
Because you look at him and, he's slurring his words right. His eyes are glazed over.
Yeah.
I think he was really drunk.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a lot
He
of fun.
looks like he's
Yeah.
having the time of his life. There's
Yeah.
all like sexy women around him.
Yeah.
The musicians are top tier.
Yeah.
The comedy, like Dom DeLuise, Bob
Yeah.
Newhart.
Oh, yeah.
These are comedians that you didn't know kind of got. Like,
Red Fox
Red
would come
Fox.
in. Yeah, he would just.
But Dom DeLuise and Bob Newhart, especially on this
Yeah.
1967 Dean Martin special,
Yeah.
are and the bits still hold up. Bob Newhart does a bit in this special about he's coming back to a department store, and Dean Martin, and it's weird. Dean Martin comes out and he's like, my friend, Bob Newhart's going to come out here. We're gonna improv a little sketch called about a man who wants to return a toupee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lee. And then he walks back, and everybody claps.
Yeah.
And then they start the scene.
And they do it live.
and it's
Yeah,
really
live,
good.
yeah.
Like it holds up in the bit. They're
Yeah.
doing like almost like a Who's on First about
Yeah.
a man that wants to return a toupee.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's very, very
Yeah.
funny. Like
And you younger kids listening, and Tom and Casey, go back and Google the Dean Martin show and these skits, because not only would the skits really good, but then they'd have a comedian come on like Charlie Callis, and he would come on, and he wasn't really funny, but he made goofy noises after every joke. So it'd be like, Rhinoceros went in the bar and said, hey, can you get my wife on the horn?
that's what I do.
They go,
Me and Casey will never Google that.
That's not getting in my TikTok algorithm, man.
There is infinite things to Google, and that's not going to be one of them.
I know they took pornography from us,
Yeah,
but
they
I'm
did.
not that
But
bored.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't
How are
even.
you guys coping? How are
I'm
you
not,
both? How are you?
I'm not.
Are you okay? You gonna be
Look
all
at
right?
me. Look at me, man.
Yeah, I know. You're struggling this morning. I can tell. I can
Well,
help you out.
I'm so cold.
I can show you.
There's still some auxiliary sites that are not shut down,
Right.
But it's a rough porn.
Well,
It's rough. It's a rough watch.
No, they're
All the women are dirty. They're all dirty. They're like their bodies are dirty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you just know.
I can't watch women with dirty bodies.
You're like I can't.
I only can, so.
I cannot go too deep in this site. I'm going to.
Yeah.
There's some bad stuff in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, like all the men are standing in like burned out buildings wearing like what are those things called? Kalabakalas? The terrorist men.
Balaclavas.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
balaclavas. They're wearing like a balaclava. It's like a Latin guy. Completely nude, big beer belly, tiny pecker, balaclava on, standing in a burned out building. I can't watch this. I can't watch it.
Send me that link.
I got you. I
I
dog.
appreciate it.
So, what's happening?
You
for
got a
20
Rumbler? You guys got Rumbler accounts?
Rumbler.
I'll
What
get
is
you
that?
on there. I'll get you on there. Never mind. Don't
What-
worry about it.
Well, it's like everybody's
Talk
talking
about
about like, oh, the VPN sites are blowing up, and I'm like, for people, well, Jeff,
They're free.
Jeff is more technologically advanced than I am,
Mm-hmm.
but
At least I can pronounce the word.
That's a hard one, man. It's like 8 syllables.
Yeah, it's very hard. There's Jerry Jewell. Do you remember Jerry Jewell?
and I'm like,
Google her. She's a.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how to get on one of these VPN sites.
I can
and
show
change
you. All my friends have been hitting me up. My friend Rebecca hit me up this morning. You hit me up. I can help you guys.
So what does the VPN do for you?
It basically what it does is it tricks the internet site that you're going to into thinking that
you're from a different state.
Right. So you could just change it to like Georgia because they still have Pornhub, and then you can go to like YouPorn, Pornhub, any of the sites you would normally go to because it's tricking them into thinking you're in Georgia.
Good.
Yeah, it's easy.
And you can
just
also
a pervert from Georgia.
It's all I've ever been. This is a simple pervert. I'm just a simple peanut pervert from Georgia. They call me Billy Wackencarter.
good job, Florida. Georgia is more
They're better.
Advanced.
They're better.
They're sexually free over there.
They're more liberal, I guess,
They
than
really
we are.
When I think of
What the
sexual
hell?
freedom, I think Atlanta. Yes.
Ridiculous. Anyway, so 2025, Casey, what are you looking forward to now that Jeff's out of the picture?
Where do I begin?
Jeff was mad at me, and that was a hell of a way to say it, I guess.
Should I go to another room?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's just get a bunch of clubs and beat on it for a minute.
Yeah, like are you now totally basically Jeff is not even with you? At
Doesn't
this
even
game?
exist
Okay,
in my
yeah.
head anymore.
Does he have any say though? Like,
Is he manager? And he say like
Yeah,
does
he's
he,
behind the scenes. He's Karl
Yeah.
Rove. He's pulling the strings.
Yeah, I
man.
wonder if like behind the scenes,
Yeah.
he's kind of like, you did 3 Stone Temple Pilots songs. How about we make it 2 next time, and we put in a little something different there?
Yeah, what about Brown Eyed Girl?
If they like that,
How about
as
we
a
go
hit.
with some classics? I heard people like that.
He played out at Cherry Pocket. I don't know if y'all been there. It's Lake Wales, and it's
Okay.
one of those dockside bar restaurants. Beautiful.
Cherry Pocket.
Yeah, Cherry
know what
Pocket.
that
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, most
We
of the
blew it
women-
up, if you know what I mean.
Most of the
yeah.
women I've been with, their pockets have been,
and
the sanctity of their pockets has been spoiled.
And so he played there Friday night, and I just went out there. Most of his first gigs, I just want to show up on, just kind of hang out and just kind of see what everything's cool.
Helicopter.
And then and then after that, he's been doing everything on his own. So this was his first gig there, and so I was kind of going around talking to different people. And
How's the boy doing?
how's he sound? I know he's a singer and he doesn't hit his head on the microphone. But
I know you want the classics, but it's not bad.
but I was sitting there talking to some ladies, just saying, hey, I hope you're having a good time. This is my son playing up here. And all of a sudden, they just didn't even look at me. They got up and they all went in front of the stage. Guess what he was playing? Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah.
And the gift that just keeps on giving.
But it is an amazing song. It's a powerful.
You could play like a death metal concert in Sturgis,
Yeah.
the big biker thing. You could be up there with a death metal concert, break into Brown Eyed Girl. Every lady in the place would come in front of the stage and dance.
Yeah.
And then when you're finished, their boyfriends would beat the crap out.
What are the other songs
When
like
will that be done?
What, Brown Eyed Girl?
I mean, it's got to age out eventually,
The
right?
cycle of Brown
It
Eyed Girl?
seems like it, but I see no decline in people liking that song.
Well, like, are there other songs? Like, give me another one you'd put in the same category.
I don't
Jeff,
think
like-
there is one. I can't. Right? Maybe the one that they kind of start dancing to is "Blister in the Sun." That kind of gets
Yeah,
away.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what they said about Crocodile Rock at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually it dies.
Banger.
It's- Like Casey's son, when he plays Brown Eyed Girl, they'd be like, not interested.
People my age don't seem to appreciate it.
I hate Crocodile Rock. I always hated
Really?
that song. Yeah, the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
When even as a little boy, when that came on, I think I was like, "This is gay." Like, I was like, I don't like this song." Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't like it.
Good premonition.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. What do you think of Elton John losing his eyesight?
No, did he lose his eyesight?
Yeah, he's,
But now he can hear so much better.
I think he's done. Yeah, it takes a while for that to happen.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
I don't think he has enough time. You fit in here, buddy. Let me just say, you fit in here.
I just saw your dad in here for a second.
Yeah, and I wanted to hug you.
Making
I
a
literally-
disrespectful
Your
joke.
dad
Don't
and
touch
I,
me.
Your dad and I used to destroy that morning show purposely just to see if we could do it.
Yeah.
Just to see if we could
if
break the
anyone would
rules.
stop us.
And it would make Tom uncomfortable.
It was funny because like when you remember the show, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we were doing the morning show, and then two people were fighting on the show, whether it was Russ and Savannah, it was Bubba and Dirty Jim, you know.
Ah.
And
Jimmy
it would,
used to fight a lot. That
yeah,
man's got a lot of anger in him.
yeah, and you know
Tiny
that,
pecker.
and you know that horrible feeling when it's just, you know, the show is just taking a turn and it's just, you know, violent in the way they're talking to each other, and everybody gets uncomfortable. I look over at Daniel and I see a little gleam in his eye. I go, "Ding," like this, and we go, "Oh
It
yeah,
wasn't,
payday."
Yeah,
That's how great radio is made.
It's very much like, let's make a joke here. Let's
Stir
do
this
it.
pot.
You can make the more inappropriate joke.
Yeah.
Since we have a father and son in here today,
I
I
knew you
need
were
to
gonna go
ask you
this
guys
way.
a question because I want to get Casey's perspective on this because I just got back from Fort Wilderness,
Oh.
Disney's Fort Wilderness.
He says that as if he climbed Everest. He'll never get
Congratulations.
Which
Send a telegram. I just got back from Everest.
which has to be the nicest campground in Florida,
Yeah.
like as far as the amenities and like just you know.
It's got the least amount or most amount of pedophiles. You know, I'm gonna roll that back.
Yeah, it's
Tom was
quiet.
there.
They've managed to keep it quiet. It's the only campground in Florida that's not blasting some sort of music and so you
yeah.
know because they don't allow
They
it.
don't tolerate that.
Yeah.
You'll get a
dead
golf
quiet.
cart visit, homie.
Yeah,
But and we also we're doing tent camping, which is the worst of all
yeah, it's
camping.
not good camping. yeah.
Well, you didn't want to do it. I think you need to tell people that. Like, you wanted an RV, but they were all booked, right?
Well, that and the wizard and his giant family can't afford the RV because their house
Sorry.
sold out.
You
and
know
they
what?
got,
When people can't afford things, you don't get to go camping.
and then
That's
all
the way it works. That's
all my
Them's
friends.
the breaks.
yeah. You know, you can't afford your BDM membership, it gets turned off. You know, I mean, if your power can get turned off.
They're like, let's go tent camping. It'll be fun with all our friends and the
Yeah.
kids will
That's
all
what
play
poor
together.
people say.
I know.
Yeah.
So we load up the back of the truck with just
Boys,
the piles.
we're gonna pretend we're poor people for the weekend.
It's the packing that's the GD worst. Just
Yeah.
so much stuff.
Yeah.
And bins and just a bunch of, and then I'm packing stuff that I know, like I'm putting the bicycles on. I'm like, kids ride this 2 times. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
all this stuff. And anyway, so my point being is, do you like, and it is miserable. Like sleeping on an air mattress, and it was 45 degrees.
It's very cold.
At night, freezing. We have one heater in there, and like I'm S-face drunk. I eaten horrible food. I like the bubble guts the entire night. Just I have
Just
to.
straight beer diarrhea.
I'm about to turn 43. Have to pee every hour at night. So
yeah.
like I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
as soon as I get
It's
back,
gotta get worse,
Cold,
too.
too, to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Did you know at some point you just pee all the time?
No,
Like
no.
right now, literally like right now, I'm like an atomic clock. It's one drip, and I never stop. I'm like an atomic clock. Never stops.
I get back from outside
Just go
the
home,
cold
change my
ass
diaper.
tent. I take
Point
my
of
clothes.
space heater there.
Get back into the sleeping bag,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, gotta pee again. And then I'm like, and then it's like that the whole night. You don't
You can
sleep.
fight that. You can fight that second one
Yeah.
So
because it's a phantom pee.
and I keep telling myself I'm doing this for my sons, and that's what Crystal tells me. Like we're doing it for their memories.
We
so-
don't appreciate it.
I knew it. I knew it.
Is that really what you were gonna ask? Because man, he jumped on that
Absolutely, yeah,
fast.
we-
How
we
fast
don't
did Casey
remember
jump on
it.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember it. You don't look back, and you're
Yeah.
like my dad.
We're
got,
little assholes.
I knew we were little assholes.
From the source. That's from the
I'm
source.
sorry, man. I love you. I apprate it.
No, that's okay.
Well, that wasn't the
I just
question.
don't
We
wanna
know
go
you love it.
camping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the question. Love has not even been uttered. I see the love, but camping is trash.
So Casey, do you remember those? Okay, I remember these trips your dad used to take back 20 years ago.
You guys went camping?
Or no, I remember your dad would take you over to your family, skiing, and stuff. Like, skiing's a ton of work.
Yeah, a lot of work.
You
Oh,
know,
that's fun.
And okay, so you enjoyed
That was
skiing.
a good time. We always like ended in a horrible way, like falling off the lift, like,
Okay, well that's
doing
Jeff
half a
Howley.
backflip and breaking all your ribs or something. But,
Okay, so you remember fun times that your dad obviously did a bunch of work to do.
yeah.
But there
those
would
are
have
good.
been no camping trips in there.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Not a camper, Jeff?
No, not at all. My dad's version of camping was the the balcony of a Holiday Inn right next to some woods.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
With
I
the
mean, it's
SPN.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Some people aren't camping people. I didn't grow up camping. You
Yeah.
know,
I
it's
didn't
funny.
either.
It seemed like you
does
would.
RV?
I know.
Does RV count? Because I mean, we would do.
No. Oh, I guess it does. It does kind of.
I mean,
count.
I would do RV parks. I did a lot of but my dad was obsessed with beach parks. So when we would camp, it wasn't like we were camping in the woods. We do Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
We do some like national parks.
Yeah.
Mostly like he liked being on the ocean, so we'd pull the camper to ocean spots and park
Yeah.
it right on the seawall. You know.
Yeah. My parents never took me camping when I was a young kid. It was like we started the Peace River trip when I was a teenager, but that
boating is adjacent. I feel like you were out on a boat a lot, though, right?
Yeah, boats and stuff, but we never camped out in tents, sleeping on air mattresses.
So that
and
was
stuff like
something you started as a young man that carried over.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting that you created your own
Misery.
prison. Yeah,
I love creating my own prison.
I was trying to think about. So where does this camping come from, Tom?
Yeah.
It's like it came from me. I'm inside the house.
yeah. I'm calling myself. I'm like, come upstairs.
It's making me do this.
yeah, but I do look.
Who suggested this?
Yeah. I do look at my sons and I'm like, they're having fun playing with the. But I'm like, could we be at a hotel and just be doing the fun daytime stuff at a park or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think-
absolutely.
do we-
That is an option. Write that down. Right? You can use that.
Do we need to end sleeping on air mattress and the freezing cold?
Yeah.
The sleeping bag stink like
But
smoke.
here's what I would say, and I'd pose this question to both Jeff and Casey. You bring up the camping and how much you hate it.
Nah.
A lot. I mean, like this is going on. Let me look at my watch here.
Yeah.
7 years.
Oh, really?
I feel like.
Yeah.
So what would you guys do? Would you continue to do it in hopes that your sons would love it, or would you maybe ask them, communicate, and maybe switch it to something like a ski trip with a nice hotel, or I don't know, something else,
Yeah.
something other than the camp.
No, we do all the other stuff. We just do camping too.
No, just
cut
cut
the
it out.
camping.
Then just
cut the
eliminate it. Yeah, that's very easy. Just slash the budget.
Although the only joy I will get is when I'm hopefully if I get to this point, I'm an old man when my kids have kids. And they somehow indoctrinate camping is that what they need to do for their kids because
Right.
that's what they do.
Camping.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then when I see them come back from a long camping trip at Fort Wilderness sleep, they're miserable.
And they're complaining.
And they're complaining
Yeah.
to me, and then I can just be like, yes, I got you.
Well, they're gonna complain.
Bathrobe with a cup of coffee, just warm.
They're gonna drive the kids over
I
to your
indoctrinated
house.
them
They're
into
gonna
ho- yeah.
drop their kids off with you.
I built them the prison.
Yeah, and they'll start complaining to you about how bad the camping trip was
Yeah.
when your grandpa.
And then they'll be like, why did you do this? I didn't know it was so much work. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I did this just to build you a prison
Yeah.
one day because that's what happened to me.
It's sort of just a prank.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
long.
you're just showing children that it can get worse.
Okay,
It can get
yeah,
worse.
yeah.
What we got at home, we're good. We're fine.
Yeah. But also shows them that if what we had at home ever fell apart, there's no way we could survive like this.
Right.
Yeah.
It weakens their imaginations of if something bad happened. Mom and dad are very weak.
Societal structure is very necessary.
So you ever see those dystopian movies? You know, when you watch them.
All I watch.
Yeah.
That and porn.
Well, yeah, you can. We'll watch more
Yeah,
dystopian.
I gotta cleanse
now.
my palate.
Yeah, and you watch the dystopian, and all I can think of watching the dystopian movie is if this happened, I would kill myself because I have to have indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
You know, I need a heavy supply of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big beehole.
Yeah.
Big.
And a very active system.
Yeah,
you know?
me too.
Yeah. I
How
don't-
many of you had already?
Oh yeah. Well, I had one this morning.
3 in.
Yeah. And I
Yeah, I
Too
do.
much.
I do one when I wake up.
Overactive.
One before I leave. One when I get here.
yeah. And when I get home, I feel a frozen yogurt coming over.
TCBY.
Yeah, but anyway, the thing is, I couldn't live. You know, I'd have to have air conditioning.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
imagine if all the electricity cuts off right now. What would you do?
I'd certainly flee my family. Why would? Because they're going to be better off without me,
excuse.
Yeah.
and I'm going to be better off without them.
Because
Just eat me.
I hate heat. I always feel like I'm 10 degrees hotter than everybody. Not
Okay.
looks wise, but you know.
So you must like our studio because it's typically cold in
Yeah, I
here,
like
right?
this.
Yeah,
I like this.
We keep it cold.
He's just the opposite.
I'm dying.
So when the dystopian thing comes on,
Yeah.
I'm going north and he's going south. We're not traveling together.
We'll high five along the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I like that. Yeah, you'll keep in contact.
Ships in the night.
Yeah, I think I'd be the worst one, like, because I'm gonna complain. Everybody.
yeah.
That's my resolution. You guys got any
Yeah.
resolutions?
Back in my you want to complain more?
Yeah, no,
That's a good one.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
tough.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah,
Mine is
yeah.
It
complain
could be
less.
all
Yeah.
of us. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you guys have resolutions this year? You got anything?
Make it through.
Yeah. I think that's most people's. Honestly, you got one?
Yeah, I like to do things that, like you can actually accomplish. So I'm going to try to brush my teeth before I leave the house. Yeah.
I don't brush my teeth in the morning.
You don't? I
no.
do, but I do it like I'll eat breakfast first because it seems like if you brush your teeth and then go eat breakfast and you're dirtying it up again, you got to brush them
I haven't
again.
brushed my teeth in years.
Really?
Like, I'm joking.
They look
They
good.
should fix that, where we don't have to brush and floss as much.
Yeah.
No, I floss
nothing-
all the time. But you brought up
Put
something
a treatment on there. or something.
interesting. Have you seen these toothbrushes that it's like it's a mouth guard with like a little
Yeah.
battery
And
on
it
the end of it?
vibrates.
And it's supposed to be like, they say.
the perfect brush.
And it's supposed to clean 5.14% better than any other toothbrush. That's the number they give.
5%?
5.14%. And you just take the little, it's like
Yeah.
a little tray
Yeah.
with little
Fingers, little fingers.
cilia
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
fingers,
yeah.
and you
Fingers?
yeah, like little, and you stick it in your mouth, and I guess you rest your teeth in the little fingers or cilia, and then it just vibrates, and you just let it do it, and then the whole tagline is, "This toothbrush is super expensive, but hey." 5.14% better. And I'm like, God damn, 5.1%. Because, like, I really do a good job brushing and
Yeah,
flossing
yeah,
my
yeah,
teeth. I
yeah,
do a
yeah.
great
You got
job.
good teeth, yeah.
But I think that if I could do better and it's easier, why wouldn't I want that 5.14?
Yeah.
Well,
And I think it's $190
I
for like
think
this
you
little puck toothbrush, but I don't know if they're even real. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't appear. There are a lot of products that I don't think are real
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the deal.
Yeah, you could
should
just say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should contact the company and say, look, I don't mind paying more, but I'm only going to pay you 5.14% more than I pay for a normal toothbrush.
Yeah.
If that's what
I
you're
think
gonna-
these were invented for like children too, because you know,
Yeah.
like kids, it's hard like with little babies. Well, not babies, but like kiddos, like even like our
17,
kids.
they're lazy.
18-year-olds.
Yeah, it's hard to get them to brush their teeth. So I think this one was invented because it's like a tray. They can just
Yeah.
kind of rest on it, and then it's supposed to like I think like cycle music through, and at the end of the music,
Yeah.
your teeth should be cleaned
Yeah.
or something like that.
okay.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would use it.
so what's the first gig of the year, Casey? Coming up.
I got the whiskey tomorrow.
All right.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's the whiskey at?
Excited about that. That's in Dr. Phillips.
All right.
Sand Lake Road. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
nice.
nice. Right off I-4.
Very
Great
cool.
place. Great burgers. You also have House of Blues every
House of
Thursday.
Blues every Thursday.
5 to 10.
Come out and see us. That's fun.
I was just at Disney Springs because we felt it necessary for whatever reason to leave Fort Wilderness and go out on an adventure daily to the most packed place we
Yeah,
possibly
yeah,
could
yeah,
think
yeah.
of.
Sports Society.
Yeah, and then walk around and then
Well, it's hard to walk, so you kind of stumble around.
buy $15 beers
Yeah.
and then end up packed as hell. And
Was it for Christmas cheer? Is that why you did it, or?
No, it was just like let's go. Let's take the water taxi over to the monorail and go over to Disney Springs
Yeah.
and walk around. And then
Yeah.
pack. I'm like nut to butt with just a sea of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn, this place is packed. And then I'm like, and then someone is like that's familiar with the parks that goes all the time. They're like, oh yeah, it's always like this. I'm like, why
that
do we come
amazing?
here?
Yeah.
And like there are like how many people coming through there a day? 100,000?
Maybe more.
It's
yeah.
Or
insane.
you live in the city. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Well, there are people that we know that I'm sure you know too that are in management at Disney. There are days during the holidays in season where they actually have to shut the gates off at like
Yeah.
10:30 in the morning because they're already over capacity. Can you imagine before 10:30 in the morning?
Yeah,
And-
it's like even before lunchtime, you're having to shut the park down.
yeah,
and,
or shut the gates.
yeah, yeah.
The park is full.
Yeah, I mean it's running, but yeah, you shut the gates, and then I guess, and then it's very hard. They have to wait a couple hours, and they'll let a few
Oh yeah,
more
yeah.
back in
And
or
imagine if you spent thousands of dollars to bring your family over here.
Oh yeah.
And then you go and you have tickets and you can't get in.
The worst feeling.
Are they a sponsor? Because I might be messing.
No,
up.
they'll never
they'll
sponsor
never
us.
sponsor us, yeah.
The worst feeling. They don't need a sponsorship. 100,000 people show up in it.
All of those
No
people,
Disney.
those people are sponsoring them
Yeah,
currently,
yeah.
and they're doing
Good
just
point.
fine.
Good point.
I find myself feeling this a lot, which is weird. But I often, and it's the worst feeling, is standing at a place, looking around, and questioning why anybody would be here.
You do that a lot, right? Yeah.
And then, you know how mad that makes me?
Yeah.
Because I'm mad that so many people are here. I'm there. Why did I get there? Anyway, so how many times a week do you? Once a week?
I tried to gig 3-4 times a week. if
Oh,
I
3 or
can.
4 times?
Yeah.
It's a
That's
good
good.
schedule. I
There
need
you go.
that
That's a
schedule
good
3 or
schedule.
4 times. I should have learned to play guitar.
How good are your bass? You might be able to,
Well, my dad died. He never before he taught me anything. So I just go out and figure it out myself. I ended up building myself a prison.
You come from a long line of prison builders, son.
It's like, what job do I want? Every day, Monday through Friday.
You guys going back to Louisiana anytime soon, or?
You know what? My mom passed a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I'm
And-
sorry.
oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. But she
Well,
lived.
it still stings, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but she lived a long, good life, and she
Yeah.
got to die with all the family was there.
She was wonderful.
Yeah, it worked out, and so. But she moved to Arkansas the last 5 years because she said, when I go into assisted living, I want to be where my kids are.
Oh, nice.
And my brother and sister live up there. So they were seeing her every day. And so she got that, and the whole family was there when she passed. But I really don't have anybody.
There's not a need. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta have 2 friends because I got ostracized because I didn't smoke pot when I was in school.
Yeah.
And all my
Dork.
football buddies did.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? I'm
Loser.
smoking pot right now and peeing. Still
Yeah.
peeing. I'm still peeing.
But that was like heroin back in the 70s.
Yeah, they
Oh, my
thought
God.
it was. They thought. Oh, they
Send
thought.
you to the gulag for that.
Now everybody, even my daughter, she's 9. She smokes marijuana.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
let her do
Just CBD.
mushrooms. I don't let her do mushrooms. She's not ready for that.
Yeah, but anyway, I only had like 2 friends, and one of them's in jail anyway. So
Oh God.
yeah,
So, do you ever feel the need to bring Casey back and show him your old stomping grounds?
already did.
Yeah. How was that?
Can you
Tell us
just
about that.
I brought the 2 closest friends. The one got out of jail, and they came over, and we were sitting there talking with the wives and my 2 friends and their kids, and just tell them which word came up more than any other word.
I hope it's the N word. Was it? Did I guess it?
It was the N word. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't
man.
remember that.
I just wanted to make a joke.
I'm just joking around.
You look at your son like, tell
The color in my face.
tell
is
everybody
just
your favorite
all
word.
Yeah. Oh.
Tell
my
everybody on the
God.
radio how many times our family says the N word.
Not my family.
Say that word we practiced on the drive over here.
Jeff just said,
No.
"Hey Casey, tell him how my best friend who is in jail loves the N word."
Tell them how much they said it.
We already have best of. It's the first show of the year. I literally am crapping my pants. I'm laughing.
This is the one thing I had anxiety about.
Why would you do that to your son?
I'm sorry, but
Oh my God.
they did say it a lot. Yeah. But it wasn't my family.
Yeah,
it
I
was
remember.
How do you forget something like that?
It's traumatizing.
I too have had interactions with older people in the South that wing around words,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, "What do I do in this situation?"
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I may have been in my great grandfather Pa Bob's assisted living / nursing home,
yeah.
and maybe there were people shouting things, and I'm like, "What do you do about that?"
Yeah.
And the answer is, you just pretend it's not happening
Yeah.
until they die. That's the answer. I think that's the answer
Yeah,
because
I
they're
know.
dying.
Or
They're
get sent to jail.
correct. Or go to jail.
It was funny because we were, when you take a trip, because we did that 6-week trip where
Yeah,
we drove all
yeah,
around
yeah.
the country. Well, after a while, you get used to silence, So when you're first driving, you're making conversation, but after a while, you run out of conversation. So we
30
got on the road.
minutes.
Yeah. We got on the road. I said, "You want to get breakfast there?" He said, "No, why don't we go a little bit?" I said, "Okay." So we're on the road and we're in silence. We're in silence. And I said, "So what'd you think?" He goes, It's the best Klan meeting I've ever been to.
That's a funny joke. Yeah.
I drove with my son down to Miami in silence.
I was going to ask you about that.
We're both not big talker, me and Tommy, but even Max too. Like when you take him to school in the mornings, we're basically in silence. But there is something. But you hate silence, Jeff. Like
Well,
you're notorious for talking in the bathroom when I'm using urinal.
So if you and Tommy are driving, he's passenger seat, you're driving, obviously. You're going down the road. It can be silent with nothing on the radio, and you don't feel anything like,
No.
hey, I'm glad you're with me, but like you don't feel the need to break the silence at all.
We're both off in our heads,
Yeah.
just daydreaming.
I'm very envious of that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
bet
worried
you-
about all
you
the
and I
other
are very-
cars on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
road
yeah.
if I'm
Jeff-
driving, honestly.
You can say this, like I bet you Jeff and I with the silence. I do it here. Like we're similar, right? Jeff and I.
Yeah, with the chirpers,
Yeah.
where it's like silence makes you uncomfortable, so
Yeah.
you're like you need a break.
You need to fill the gap.
Yeah, fill the gap,
with
yeah.
just crap.
Yeah.
Fill the gap with crap. Oh my God, write that down. That's fantastic.
2025, I'm on it, baby.
Fill the gap with crap. Wow. 2025.
When I see gaps, I'm never like, you know what there needs to be in here, doo-doo. I'm like, it'll just be a gap.
Gap needs some crap.
Just a bunch of loud BS.
It's better with nothing rather than putting
Yeah,
doo-doo
you're
in it.
actually right. Yeah.
So let's plug the next couple gigs.
Okay.
So what do we
let's
got?
give him
here,
the full
Jeff?
rundown here, man.
All right. Hold on 2 seconds if you
It's
want.
like having a manager.
Hey, get my intern on this.
Yeah.
Casey,
Colonel
Little
Tom
helper.
Parker over here.
and for anybody that wants to book you, what's the easiest way to do that?
You can email me at casey@caseyhowell.com. You can go to my website,
Boom.
contact us page,
Yeah.
email me.
CaseyHowell.com. Just go
Nice.
to that page. It has a calendar up front. It has contact him and everything. And did you see his video, his promotional
I
video?
did. It's very
he,
good.
He can really sing.
You can.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You're
Thank
really
you.
good, man.
Yeah.
Like, and it's it's the kind of music you go out to HOB, you get yourself a couple of beers, you sit out there and just relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chill, enjoy the weather.
Did you just learn how to sing yourself, or did your dad teach you?
I knew you were gonna
kept
ask.
trying to sabotage me for years and years. I think it was a little jelly for a long
Yeah.
time. He's like, "You want some more gravel in your voice? You want some grit?"
No, you want to?
No.
Here's
He
a
has
pack of
really
cigarettes.
pretty voice.
You need to fill it up with crap.
See your voice there, boy. You got a crap. You got your voice. That's a great A gap. What you want to do is you want to coat it with a lot of gravel and crap.
So in the middle of Brown Eyed Girl, I left a section for you to beatbox.
But did you just naturally start singing yourself, and then?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I never thought I was a singer until I had no other career options. And then, I just kept doing it, and it got better. So
Yeah. When we started 3 years ago, he wouldn't take a lead. He knew the chords, but he wouldn't take a lead. He wouldn't sing, and he wouldn't smile. In fact, he wouldn't
I
even look.
still won't smile.
Yeah, I like that.
But I just told him, I said,
I
look,
like my singer serious.
Goddamn happy all the time. Yeah.
Smiling. There's nothing to smile about.
I'm playing the blues here.
Yeah, I want you up there thinking about like how many times you want to scream the N-word. Just think about it.
It's zero. It's zero.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah,
that's
thank
a good
you.
answer. That was a test. I was testing you.
but anyway, he when he was a baby, he was probably about 8-9 months old, and I had the TV on. Of course, I had on my nerd NPR, and there was a opera on, and this lady was singing. He was just playing with his toy, and the lady goes, ooh, ooh. She hits a super high note. And all of a sudden, he looked up and he matched that note at like 8-9 months. Yeah, but I mean, he hit it perfectly, the exact note. And I went, okay, he's going to be able to sing.
And that lady, Aretha Franklin.
I like that.
Is that's gonna be genetic, right?
Yeah, well, let me just put it this way. My limitation singing, and his mom can't sing. So we might have to have a talk with her.
So that's crazy. Was your voice always deep and sort of low and
Yeah.
gravelly?
Yeah.
it was high and
Nobody
nasally,
in my
right?
nobody. If you heard the rest of my family sing, you would think I was Pavarotti. I mean,
Oh, I
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Because I had so much to overcome.
Yeah.
And if I play you stuff when I was a kid, he's heard it. It is so god awful horrible. I mean, I can't even.
But then how did you get to?
But you
being able
understood
to-
pitch
to
and stuff
sing?
because
But I didn't at first. I thought if you just made your nose kind of nasally like Jim Croce, that was singing in tune. but I didn't know anything about pitch.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really, and to be with Bubba, who knew everything about pitch.
Right,
yeah.
right. Oh, yeah.
But he was kind enough to work with me. But
Then it just kind of clicked.
well, it took me about 20 years to where I got to where people go, you probably shouldn't sing. You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, we make a lot of jokes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. It's an okay voice.
You know, we
Yeah,
can only
it's
get
good.
we can only get to so much of a point where then I start rejecting the jokes a little bit. You see,
Yeah, sure,
Because
yeah.
they're like The Tree.
Oh, yeah.
is a really great Jeff Howell album that I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
yeah.
urge anybody to go out and listen to if you like singer-songwriter stuff. The Tree is it's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you're a good song. You're a great songwriter.
Yeah,
actually.
thank you. I will take that. Oh, I'm still trying to shop that country music version
Yeah.
of Burnout Cadillac.
It
you
works
get,
good, right?
It sounds great,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, like it works pretty good. Now,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on AI? Do you have any? Do you care about it? Hate it? Don't care about it?
AI?
Yeah,
I'm pretty against, I guess.
Yeah.
In the general scheme
sure.
of things.
As a working musician, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, absolutely. And creating and stuff. It seems like the process should be a little challenging, I think, to probably get the most rewarding work out of it.
I think that's well said. Yeah,
Thank you.
I agree with that.
Just let the
Say the
robots
N-word.
the AI will say it.
yeah, they will. They will.
They don't care.
Yeah, I told him. Yeah,
All
all
right.
you have to do to get it to say it is just like, what are you scared?
Yeah. Well, you're not going to say it in front of thousands of people on the radio?
Don't do that. Don't. Do that.
I won't.
Jeff, Casey Howell, thanks so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
love
a
you.
Thanks for
wonderful
having us.
time,
Always a
guys.
blast.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, guys. Good
Thank
luck
you.
on your
Appreciate
adventures.
it. Yeah, thank you.
CaseyHowell.com.
Howell.
Go there and book him up. And
Please do.
we will see you tomorrow. Awesome. We're still on the stream.
on the
but-
Twitch.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys. That was
Thank
super
you.
fun.
That was awesome. Very
Super,
cool.
Super funny.
You guys are awesome.
I'm going to have to pull that segment for this week's Best Of.
And then we'll be back for the BDM show. Yeah.
We will be back on